Welcome, everybody. Today we are going over One Piece. This is one series a lot of us have actually sitting back and hold on, I got an echo on mine.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, sorry. Yes, this is a series that a lot of us have had on our shelves, especially me. I have all
Mm.
four box sets and I've actually had them all, just kind of sitting there. Um, I needed that jump start just to help me kind of jump into it.
There
And
we go.
that's what this is. If you've been wanting to dive into this and just get this off the shelf and start reading, this is what it is. You can read this with some friends and eh, I would say we'll read each chapter, kind of give our thoughts on it. And I think that's the best way of I'd say taking on this this manga.
Yeah.
Uh, so with me is Marg from Marg Reads Manga. Welcome.
Hi. Yeah. Another series that I said I wouldn't read, but here I am.
Oh yeah, well, hopefully this will interest you. But honestly, for me, the way I started the series was I started the anime, and I got to a point that I actually started enjoying it, and then I switched. I think that was around Skypiea, and then I switched to the physical reads, and
Hmm.
then right now I forgot I'm on volume 51, and I would say
Wow.
a couple arcs before that caught me. I mean, it was like I'm hooked. I am now hooked in it, but it took about 40 something volumes. But now it's like everything that I read is just gold to me. I was like, I'm loving it. It just keeps getting better.
Awesome.
What people say is true. I mean, yeah, you got to hang in there for a second, and a lot of people don't like that required reading. But hopefully, this is that little push you need to get started with series and just start reading. Oh,
Yeah. I'm
so
excited about it because I've heard so much about it. And I'm just like, I feel like I'll like it because I like pirates and stuff. So I don't know. It's just daunting that there's 100 and some volumes out. I'm just like,
oh yeah, 102 right now, I believe, in physical
yeah.
or at least in English. That is crazy. I didn't think I'd actually get to this point. So again, I'm at 51, and it's going by pretty fast
Yeah.
now.
You're halfway there.
Um, so for everybody in the chat, I'm gonna be posting these little questions. Feel free to answer if you want. It's just something to kind of throw in there, and we engage a little. With each one of these chapters, I've noticed, Marg, that the first chapter is 54 pages, which is a lot. Everything else is
Yeah.
between like 24 and 19. So
That's
I'm
so
thinking about
weird.
12. We'll like do 12 minutes for the first
Mhm.
chapter. Then all the others 6 minutes. We'll go from there and see if that's too much. And everybody,
Okay.
when we kick on this timer, feel free to just read along with us. We're gonna be reading at that time, and then once the timer is done, we'll jump in. We'll talk about what we read, have your questions or your input about it, chapter, whatever chapter we're on. And Mark, you.
Oh, that
All
sounds good to
right.
me. I'm ready.
So yeah, I'm ready to go because I forgot a lot about the beginning. So I'm gonna switch this up. Make sure there's no comments. Okay. All right. Countdown. We are going to start off with 12 minutes because this is a lengthy first chapter.
All
Ready?
right. I'm ready.
Chapter one. And share screen. You get through it?
Oh, I'm on page 32. I'm like halfway through. I'm so slow.
No, no, I'll give you another few minutes. I'm gonna
Okay.
answer some of the comments real quick on
Okay.
chat.
Okay, I finished.
All right, let me kill this countdown. Cancel. There we go.
I'm in trouble.
Now that first chapter was a little wordy, and yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. It took me a while, and some of the stuff I kind of got the general idea of it, so I kind of skipped over some bits.
Mm.
Um, with I guess when
Oh, hi,
Luffy went to
Carrie.
confront.
Sorry. I
No,
just saw
no, you're good.
that.
Hey, Carrie. Uh, no, like what was it? When Luffy went to confront those pirates that were giving Shanks the business
Yeah,
and uh, everyone was kind of pleading with him, and it was kind of like 10 pages of that. I was like, I get the idea of what you're saying, so I kind of jumped over that. And yeah,
yeah.
Carrie was right. It wasn't an easy read in the beginning, or for me it was a watch because I think I got to about episode 23 before I started actually getting interested because I kind of watched it in the background,
Mhm.
and that helped because just getting to the first couple episodes was like this is weak, but but considering where it is now, it's like yeah, it's really great now, and a lot of people
Yeah,
say skip certain parts, but now that I'm at where I'm at, I'm interested in going back there and seeing how it began, what details did I miss, and it's a
right.
little bit different than the anime. I mean, what were your initial thoughts?
I really liked chapter 1. Like, I thought it was fun. I really
Mhm,
like the characters. I like Luffy and I like, Shanks.
mhm.
I think Shanks is a very strong character. Um, so yeah, I really liked it. That's why
Oh
I said
yeah.
I'm in trouble. Oh no, I'm going.
Oh yeah, this is not something that is going to be easy to finance. It's
Yeah,
you got to wait for some decent deals. But actually, now that I say that, I think they're all in stock right now, all four box sets, and they're actually decent prices right now. I think.
yeah, yeah. I might
Uh,
look into that. I might read more on the Shonen Jump just to make sure before I make that leap. I feel like, but
mhm.
yeah, I've tried to watch the anime before, um, and I couldn't get into it. I think it was like I think I was watching the dub version, and Luffy's voice was just grating. I'm just
Oh yeah.
like, "Oh my gosh," and, like, some of the other
Mhm.
characters too, it was just so shrill, and I'm like, "I don't know if I could do this."
A lot of them begin that way. I'd say Naruto started off like that with the Believe It's. Oh
Mm.
man, there was times where I was like, I no, I don't know if I could do this.
Yeah, but, yeah,
Yeah,
reading it, it's a lot better.
yeah. Not sure what you're
Yeah.
asking, Nick. The dubbed one, all I remember is that it came on Toonami, and
Mm.
the only character I only remembered one character, but it wasn't Luffy, and I figured that was the main character, and I was like, this guy looks boring. Next, it turned out to be Usopp. uh, no, so besides that, this was interesting. This dude started
Whoa.
his main career at 17. At 17, I was in high school trying not to flunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. How
17. Yeah, I
about you?
was working at Subway.
Oh, yeah.
Working at
Oh,
Subway to buy my first car.
shoot.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely
let's
wasn't
see.
doing this.
Yeah,
That's
I'm starting a
very
career.
impressive.
Very, yes.
Yeah.
So, chapter 2 is 24 pages. I think I'm going to dial it down to 6 minutes.
Okay.
And you think you want to try 7 or 8?
Let's do 8.
8? I will pump
Yeah.
it up to 8. Righty.
All right.
Okay, and if you're just joining us, we're reading One Piece. We just read chapter 1, kind of went over our thoughts on it. Now we're about to start on chapter 2. So feel free to pull up the Shonen Jump app and join us as we start on this one.
Oh, I just thought of something. You know the
Oh,
sea
what?
monster in chapter 1? He looks a
Does it look
lot
like?
like
Yeah.
Flossom or Jessam in, Little Mermaid.
Yes,
Did you notice
exactly.
that?
If I could pull that one up, I noticed that went through my mind, and when you said that, I was like, I know what she's gonna say.
Yeah. I'm like,
Because
"Oh my gosh."
where is it? Here he goes.
Uh, yeah.
Like almost
Exactly.
straight
That
from.
picture specifically, yeah. Yep.
Mhm. 'Cause I had that thought, but it was passing. But when you said that, like, yeah. All right. So chapter 2 starting now. right. You all caught up?
Yep.
Cool. So now we've been introduced to Kobe, the say a cabin boy of Alvina's crew, and Alvina seems to be a ruthless person and not what you think would be. At the very beginning, you think she's some beautiful woman,
Yeah.
and then there's a pan out, and it's like, no, no,
Whoa.
she
Yeah,
says
I was shocked. It's like, whoa,
she's as
all
ugly as
right.
she acts, and then Luffy, in the anime, when you first meet Luffy, this is where you first meet him. So I don't know if
Mhm.
I can't remember if they switched this around or, but I do remember
They
when
did
it's when
because
the
I remember this part from the anime, and I'm like,
hmm
I don't remember that first part, but I feel like I would have
yeah,
been interested more in the anime if it started off with that first chapter and then went to this.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it may have gone back to it. I can't remember, but yeah, it was. I'm actually I actually liking reading it rather than watching the anime. So I don't know if that's weird, but
Same.
it's the same thing, but this seems better. And I am
Yeah.
liking uh the illustrations or like how it's all drawn, but
Mhm.
there's a lot of empty space,
Yeah.
which is it's right when you compare it to his later works, there's a lot of detail in every one of the panels. Like he really you get to see the whole scene. And here
Yeah.
it looks like he's just starting. Again, 17,
Mhm.
that's not
17.
bad.
I mean, this is very impressive for 17. Like, I can't draw worth anything, but I'm impressed, yeah.
Or his manga career started at 17, so this might not be his first thing.
Oh,
Maybe there's something
yeah,
else.
that's true.
But this did come about in 1997.
Yeah,
Shoot, I was in high school at that time. So
1997. Yeah.
any characters, any characters popping out or that you automatically
Um,
love?
I'm still liking Luffy. I'm like the what's the new kid's name? I forget.
Kobe.
Kobe, yeah. He's okay. I thought it was
Yeah.
hilarious though that he like manned up and just called her what do you say? The ugliest person.
Oh yeah, the
I was just like,
ugliest
oh
woman.
my god.
I was like, he's about to die.
Yeah. I was like, uh-oh. But
uh,
yeah, I'm still liking
so
it. The comedy in this is so on point. So for me, for
yeah,
my taste.
I really think I should have started off with the manga with this. I think I would have gotten through it a lot faster.
Yeah, I feel
So,
like it does move along faster than the anime does because I felt like that whole time when Luffy's meeting Kobe on the ship took forever.
mhm.
And I'm not even sure I made it to the point where he called her, the ugliest person.
Yeah.
Um, I think I stopped before then because I'm like, "Oh, I'm not into this." So, but
Yeah,
I'm
they
very
drug it
into
out.
the
Like
manga.
that one scene was
Yeah,
drawn out for a whole thing. So,
yeah,
that might be why I was like, this sucks. I don't like it."
yeah,
Everyone raved about it. It's like, "Just hang in there, hang in there." It's like,
yeah,
"Dude, I
that's what I
hung
was
in
saying, like,
there."
"Ugh, I don't want to." But
But again, about episode 23 is where Mihawk showed up, and I don't know, you'll get to know who he is if you continue reading.
mhm,
Very very great scene. But yeah, um, any characters? I again Luffy at this point and Shanks are two of my favorites at this point.
yeah, same.
Uh, let's see, banners. I
And I
had one.
really
I'll
like
save
what
it
he
for
said.
next.
Sorry. I
Oh, go
really
ahead.
like what he said, Shanks about, like, um, was it him or maybe it was the lady behind the tavern lady that says, um, I wasn't weak. It takes like strength to not fight. And I'm like,
Yeah,
yes, that is so true. So I really like that thrown in there.
yeah. Because when you see what Shanks was capable of at later on, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, he could have easily like these guys would have been on the floor, but they chose not to. They chose
Mhm.
the higher route, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I like that.
I did like that. So we have chapter 3. I can load up
All right.
countdown. How did you think about that 8 minutes?
That was
Or what?
pretty good. Yeah, that's
All
good
right. So
pace.
this next one is 22 pages. So yeah, be less.
Okay,
So
sweet.
starting clock. All right. How'd you do?
Good.
Caught up on a little bit on the next chapter, but that one was really good. You get introduced to Zolo, and as if you were watching the anime, it's Zoro, and I think there was some
Yeah.
copyright stuff there, and that's why they had made it Zolo. And it bothers me when I read it in the manga, and I'm like, it's Zolo, like Zoro. Takes me
I
out of
was
it.
wondering if there was a correlation because I'm
Oh
like, I
yeah,
feel like the mask and everything is Zorro, but yeah,
definitely an inspiration right there.
yeah,
Then you get introduced to the captain's son. That's a weird name to remember. Helm Eppo or something.
yeah.
Helm Eppo. Yeah, that's the best way I can pronounce it. But just a horrible person.
I like I like he walks in. I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, okay. And then the next thing was like, what a weirdo. I'm like, thank you. That's what I was thinking.
He walks in, and I think I can smell like cheap cologne already.
Exactly. Yeah, and that haircut, oh my goodness, it's hideous.
I don't think he has anybody around him that would tell him it's a bad haircut because they're all kissing
Yeah.
up to him. So nobody's gonna tell him, "Hey, you look like an idiot."
Yeah, that's true.
Then Zorro, you get that he's tough, and then he's also got a soft spot.
Yeah,
Really sweet that he ate that rice ball for
it
the girl made
is.
for him, even though it was stomped on. Like that's
Yeah.
something.
It's like, I told you it was mostly dirt. But that was so sweet, and I'm like, "Tell her I ate it all." I'm like, "Oh."
Oh,
So, I like his character too.
yeah. So
So far.
now it's all about trying to get Zorro to join the crew. Now, him being a pirate hunter, that's an issue.
Yeah, it's conflict of interest, I feel like.
hmm and again, I am liking the art. The facial expressions are very clear. You don't There's no question as
Yeah,
to what anybody's feeling.
yeah. Yeah, I like the art. Every once in a while, someone has, like, a big forehead. I'm like, "What happened there?" Or, like
Yeah, that is true.
yeah,
Oh
like the
shit.
tavern girl in, like, the first chapter, I'm like, "Whoa, she's got, like, a 5 head right there." Um, but yeah, other than that, like, the art's fun, and it keeps you engaged, and the expressions are pretty funny.
Very cartoony. And then at the very end, he kind of shows you how to draw a crossbones, and like
Yeah.
he dials it from 1 to 10 on one of them. He goes, "Tie dye. Wait a minute, I didn't. The wrong
Yeah,
one."
I'm like,
He's like starts off there, and then he goes to this. He's like, "Wait, hold on, that's not."
Yeah. I like the
Ah,
little piratey, like, things between the chapters, it's fun. Like, the whole
yeah,
Jolly Roger, like, the meaning behind that or possible meanings. I was like, "That's pretty cool."
yeah. So definitely, I would go and just if you're interested, just read it because this was awesome. Just to read.
Yeah. Is this the last chapter in volume 1?
Nope, there's 8.
Yep. Oh, there's 8. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Gotcha.
So all right, let's kick it up to all right. We got 8 minutes on the clock, 20 pages.
Alright.
All right, let's get started. All right. So Captain Morgan, we just got introduced to him.
Yeah.
Oh, let me clear up some of the chat. First off, we got Elite Collector joining us. What are you guys doing reading One Piece? It just came out. Why are you watching this when it no, 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 no. Thank you for coming. Stay. No, Legend of Zelda did drop, so I did choose a pretty crummy day to start this, but yeah, I want to keep on a schedule.
Yeah.
Plus, I didn't finish the first one.
Oh, you
Not to
didn't?
say, yeah, it's good. I didn't finish it. I've been
Yeah.
doing that
The
with a
only
lot of
thing I
games
didn't get
lately.
was the motorcycle. I was like, it's
I
okay.
didn't even get there. And Yusuf, I game it all day. I
Yeah,
needed a break. I'm
literally.
going to start in a few. Nice. All right. So, chapter 4, we had Captain Morgan enter. Interesting character
Yeah.
and missing limb.
Yeah, he
Um,
said he's like, "You're old enough to wipe your own butt." And I'm like, "Hopefully you didn't he
yeah.
didn't try to
Hi-
wipe his butt with that axe."
His son gets punched by Luffy, and he automatically goes to him, and he has to check his son. Like, hey, listen, I don't mind you
Yeah.
using my status, but you fight your own fights.
Yeah.
And it's Luffy trying to recruit Zoro still, and said, you know what? I don't even have my swords. Like, well, I'll go get your swords.
I'll go get him. Yeah.
In the process, he breaks a statue of Captain Morgan. I'm like, oh, so yeah, that's not good. And they
Yeah.
shoot
Oops.
poor Kobe.
Yeah.
Uh, and their expectation and the Captain Morgan's expectation was to kill the little girl as well, just
Yeah. I
for
was like, "Oh my
disobeying.
goodness."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Authoritarian, right there.
Yeah. And the soldier didn't want to do it, so he killed him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely not somebody you want to work for at all.
Yeah, he's got some interesting views on status and, like, power.
Yep,
Like,
does not like
okay.
hearing no.
Yeah.
All right, so you ready to hit up chapter 5?
Yep.
Let's get that loaded. And 8 minutes on the clock for 20 minutes, 20 pages.
Yeah.
All right. All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm like almost done with chapter 6.
Oh, yeah, go for it. Let me get you a couple minutes.
Oh, yeah. Were we on chapter 6 or were we on 5? I
Oh
don't
wait, no,
remember.
we're on chapter 5. Oh shoot, yeah. I
Hey,
was I was kind of the same thing. I started reading further and it
yeah,
really starts picking up
it
with
does. It's not as text heavy and it's starting to
mhm,
like yeah, the
into the
pace.
action.
Yeah, into the action and I love the way that in chapter 6, I'm on like page 20, but like before that, there was like a page where he has like the rubber kick, and I just love that. Like it looks
Yeah.
so cool.
That does that.
Yeah.
What was it? The gum gum whip, I think it was.
Yeah. Gum gum. Yeah, whip.
Yeah, whip.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
That just looks so awesome.
Oh yeah, absolutely loving that. And his three styles took me by surprise the first time I saw it. So you
Yeah.
got three swords in your mouth. It's like
Yeah. It's like
I
all of
got
them are mine. It's like, wait, what? Like, does he have
exactly.
a third arm we don't know about or something?
And Luffy basically reasons with him. He's like, listen, you could
Mhm.
either obey the law and get killed by these guys, or you can become a pirate and come with me. So,
Yeah.
which one is it?
Yeah.
Kind of got him there.
Yeah. And he was like, I'm training the whole backstory where that was so sad. That was so shocking to me. I was like, oh my gosh.
The
Like
little girl.
his friend died.
Yeah, they had that pact to say, "Oh, so we'll see who becomes the greatest swordsman," and she falls down a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
And her thing about yeah, when girls get older, is, I'm sorry, boys and girls get older, boys get stronger,
Hmm.
uh, and girls not so much. And like, wow,
Yeah.
yeah, that's something you don't think about, and
Yeah.
that would play a part in a sword fight.
Yeah. And then the fact that she's a female and there's no female like sword masters. So
Hmm.
yeah. So that was cool that he was like, I'm training he told him, was like, I'm training to be the greatest swordsman. He's like, that's perfect. I'm gonna be king of the pirates. So I was like, oh my goodness.
Now Carrie raves about Zoro, and you can kind of get it now. Like he's a softy, and but
Mhm.
uh, he's very determined.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. All right, I'm ready to. This one might be a few minutes.
Yeah, maybe like a couple minutes.
So on the replay, oh, and this chapter goes by really fast. If you want to start reading now, go for it.
Yeah.
But if you're on the replay, just hit pause because we're probably gonna. What do you think? 3 minutes?
Yeah, probably 3 minutes for the rest of chapter 6.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, I will load up that frame. Here we go. And ready,
Yep.
go. All right. You about done with that one?
Yep.
Cool. So we have it just gets better. Of the characters, does Luffy or Shanks still remain where they're at, or has Zoro or Kobe gone above any one of them, or where do they stand with you?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like we didn't really get a whole bunch with Shanks.
Hmm.
So I'm like I feel like he's like right below maybe Zoro or Zolo. Um
Currently,
yeah, currently. Only because we haven't seen a whole bunch of him.
yeah, we didn't
Um
get any backstory or anything.
yeah. So Kobe is kind of like his
Yes,
character's okay, it's not my favorite, but he's not bad. He's not annoying like some
yeah,
side characters could be. So
yeah, because he kind of jumped in there and tried to untie Zoro, and like, okay,
yeah,
and he really found his spine when he met Luffy.
that's
So,
true.
compared to what I
So
mean,
he's
he had
he's like he's not as high as the other one, but he's not low either. So
because he was originally making that small little boat
mhm.
to leave, and he was just going to give it to Luffy. Is like I've kind of given up.
Yeah.
He did it wasn't even a thought in his mind to try to leave, but Luffy came
Mhm.
in and just inspired him, and from then on,
Yep.
it's just been something he's been doing. It's been one thing to the next.
Yeah. I
Let's
like that.
see.
I feel like he's had like the most character growth out of everybody.
Oh yeah, everyone else is kind of the same. Luffy. Well, I guess Luffy learned that
Luffy has
lesson in the
some.
beginning,
Yeah.
but he's still kind of, I would say, bullish. I guess you can say, where he just runs in there, or
Yeah. Just guns
strong-willed.
a-blazing.
Mhm.
I feel like he has like no real plan. He's just like, I'm just gonna go get your swords and here we go. I'm just like, dude.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
then the loyalty to this, or I don't know, the fear that these Marines had to this guy, to
Mhm.
Captain Morgan. Like he basically said, "Hey, I'm not going to have any defeatists. Go ahead and kill yourselves now." And there, you see them start to
Yeah.
hold their
I was
hold their
like, oh my
guns.
goodness.
It's like,
Yeah, it's
wow,
crazy.
it's some fear.
Yeah.
So we have two more chapters left.
Yep.
Yeah, 21 pages and 19 pages. So almost done.
Alrighty.
Let's see. Loading that one up, and I guess we can do the 6 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Sounds good.
Starting now. Alrighty. It's good. I don't
Yeah.
remember it being this good.
Yeah, I'm really into it. I'm probably going to continue reading this series.
Good news. You
I'm
got another
sorry.
one.
Yeah. I have to
Oh, that's
apologize
nice.
to my bank account.
Oh yes. So quick thing about the box sets is anybody who's watching this, can you tell me which One Piece box set has the most volumes? Give you a second.
Is that a trick
One,
question?
two, three. The it's actually the third box set. All the others have at least 23 or lower, but the third box set has 24.
Oh, okay.
First time marks, yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, he said
Yeah,
first
it
time.
is. It is.
Yeah, and
Um,
so far it went really well. I went the wrong way by going through the anime. I really should have just started off with the manga.
yeah. Like I don't think I even got through episode 1, so of the
It was
anime.
it was so drawn out, and this is so fast. I mean, they went from the
Yeah.
battlefield to Zoro eating. That's like okay,
There's
it
so
is
much
very
packed
fast.
into just this first volume.
Hmm.
There's so much
And
packed in here, and I'm like,
now think
I was
about
fascinated.
the series where they're going to be doing 8 episodes, and
Mm,
the East Blue is, I want to say, maybe the 23 volumes, I think, but it's a lot of
mhm.
volumes.
Yeah.
Say, oh, Elite Collector. Anime is Topo Long.
Too
Too long.
long.
Too long. Topo Long. Let's start saying that. Say, yeah, you went the wrong way. Manga reads reads right. So, is that right?
You went the
I've
wrong
been doing
way.
this. Been doing it wrong the whole time.
Duh.
I was wondering why he was getting younger. No, no, P was a typo. No. I like that Topo Long. I guess I'm a Topo Chico fan.
Mm,
So this one wrapped up the fight, and you have Luffy basically kind of, I don't know if he intended to pick a fight with Kobe to kind of show that they weren't friends to the Marines,
yeah. I feel
but
like he did because he said
yeah.
your acting was bad.
Oh
So,
yeah. You're right. You're right.
yeah.
That's where I was like, wasn't sure.
Yeah, at first I wasn't sure. I'm like, is this a real fight? Like, what's going on? No.
Yeah. And they're leaving, and of course the Marines got to kick him out of town. It's like, hey, yeah, you saved our bacon, but you're pirates, so
Yeah.
bye.
I love that they all saluted, and then he was like, okay, no dinner for a week. And they're
And they
like,
were
okay. I'm like, you guys make the rules. Like, like, just
uh,
don't tell anybody.
and that was good. That suits Kobe, well, because that's what he's kind of looking for. He's looking for order,
Yeah.
and yeah, and maybe a little leniency here and there.
Yeah. Ooh, these
Yeah,
box sets ain't cheap.
they are not. So, well, wait, I would
Oof.
say put them in an Amazon wish list and just wait, because
Yeah.
I when I was getting them, I normally checked them every single day, and if you wait long enough, you can get them for like $100.
Ooh, okay.
Because right now they're in good stock right now.
Yeah. Like I know I've seen like a bunch in like Barnes and Noble and stuff, and I've never seen them in there
Mm-mm.
before.
Um,
Um,
I mean, hell, I would say do that or wait for a 10% discount and see what Right Stuff will give you. Um,
yeah, I'm kind of looking at right stuff. I'm like, right now they're like 148. I was like, for like no discount. Like I gotta log in to see what it is with my membership or
oh,
whatever.
membership.
Yeah,
Yeah, you get the membership and then try to get that
yeah.
10%.
Get that. I'll leave some stuff in my shopping cart and then be like, I got that 10% yet.
Yeah, they keep dropping those. I'm like, stop.
I know,
It's like
because it makes me wanna go buy. I'm like, "No." Like, I don't need to buy anything right now.
yep.
So,
And now this is one of the biggest ones. It's like I
I
don't have
know.
much room. My cart is can only hold so much.
Yeah. Ugh.
So we have one last chapter from 19 pages. Yep, for it.
Alright.
All right, load this one up. Chapter 8. Countdown. Let's do 7 minutes. Or
Yeah.
you want to try 6
Yeah,
or
we can
7?
do 6. Yeah.
All right, starting now. All right.
That was an interesting way to end volume.
Yep. Introducing a new character,
Yeah.
Nami, and you'll hear about her a lot after this. Uh,
Yeah.
very witty. Let's say obviously she took those pirates by surprise.
That was so funny.
Yep. And basically, yeah, she knew what their focus was, the treasure. Like, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, thanks. I'll take your boat.
Yeah. That was pretty slick.
Hmm.
I like that. Yeah, I've heard her name thrown around every
Yeah.
once in a while.
Hmm. And then she's running away with the map, and yeah, Luffy like is dropped there by the seagull or whatever was blasted out of the sky.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, boss, you're here, and diverted everybody to scrape these guys off onto him.
Yeah.
So obviously she's very smart and very witty.
I
Can think on
like
her
that.
feet.
Quick thinker.
So
Yeah.
yes, great character so far.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So before I forget, if you're watching, please hit that like button and just hit subscribe if you want. I mean, that really helped us out. But thanks everybody for joining. That was a really great read and very different from the anime in my point of view.
Yeah. I agree.
How many episodes was that? It had to be like 4 or 5, just all in one.
Yeah. There was a lot that happened in that first volume.
Mm-hmm. Because I think,
Um,
was it 3 episodes for rescuing Zoro? I think
oh,
back to it, like
really?
they drug this out, and then here with the Netflix adaptation, they're gonna
Oh,
make it really short. And you
yeah.
remember we saw that cast list. It was how many
It was
people? 30.
huge. Yeah.
So you're
It
gonna
was
introduce these
I don't know
people.
how they're gonna do that.
8
Unless they
episodes.
just start right in the middle. I don't know.
Mhm. And the only way I mentioned it before, the only way I can think of them doing it is if they rewrite it. And
Mm,
I'm happy that Oda has said that they're not going to proceed until he's happy with it. What does
yeah.
that mean? I mean,
Yeah. It could be
uh,
like its own thing.
mhm.
Um, yeah,
So
I don't know. That'll
here's
be
hoping.
interesting.
Here's hoping that he holds him to it and make sure
Mhm.
that it's great, because this can be. I mean,
Yeah.
when you watch the anime, that thing was slow, and now we know why. I mean, this thing was really fast.
Uh-huh.
Anime was not. They drug out every single episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely continue the manga for
Well, huh?
sure.
Yep. You can tell
Yep.
Carrie, they got me.
They got me. They got me with it. Yeah, I'll probably read it off the Shonen Jump app for now until I can find a good
Yeah,
deal on box sets or something. So,
best
but
way to
yeah, it
do
was
it.
a fun time. I loved it.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on with me.
Yeah.
Uh, so again, everybody check out Mark's channel. It's Mark Reads Manga. There we go.
There we go.
uh,
Let's
but
see.
thank you for hanging out. So if there's nothing else, I mean, I think we'll go ahead and call it.
All right. This
Uh,
was fun.
it was all right. So thank you, everybody. Hit that like button on your way out, and thanks for joining. We'll be back next week, and I think we're gonna try to team up with Asian Mirror and get into Bakuman, because he has a sealed
Oh,
box as well. So we might try to do that one, that
yeah.
or maybe
Okay.
another one.
Yeah, I think I read
Uh,
Bakuman a long time ago, like the first volume.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
It
tried. I
was
think
pretty
it was.
good.
It seemed interesting, but I had a
Uh-huh.
lot to read, so I put it to the side. It's like I've
Yeah.
already done collecting it.
Right.
So, all
Uh,
right. So, thanks everybody. We'll see you next time.
bye.
Bye. Are you sure you want to lead the broadcast? Yes.